Anthropic just dropped a mid-tier model that beats OpenAI's flagship on every single comparable benchmark and costs 40% less on input and 50% less on output. That's not a marketing claim. Those are the published numbers. Here's the full breakdown. Welcome back to Abundance Reset. The July 2026 AI model race just got very interesting. Real benchmarks, real pricing, no fluff. Let's get into it. Anthropic launched Claude Sonnet 5 on June 30th, 2026, and made it the default model for every free and pro Claude user starting July 1st. The one-sentence summary: it is the most agentic sonnet ever built. It performs close to the flagship Opus 4.8 on many tasks. Claude Sonnet 5 stood out for coding, debugging, and multi-step work, with introductory pricing at $2 per 1 million input tokens and $10 per 1 million output tokens until August 31st, 2026. After that, pricing moves to $3 input and $15 output per million tokens, still significantly cheaper than GPT-5.5 at $5 input and $30 output. Let's go benchmark by benchmark because this is where it gets interesting. Claude Sonnet 5 beats GPT-5.5 on every directly comparable benchmark. SWE-bench Pro, 63.2% versus 58.6%. Terminal Bench 2.1, 80.4% versus 78.2%. HLE with tools, 57.4% versus 52.2%. SWE-bench Pro is the one that matters most for real-world coding. It measures performance on actual software engineering tasks pulled from real GitHub repositories, not toy problems. A 4.6-point gap there is significant. Claude Sonnet 5's sharpest advantage is in multimodal and grounded tasks, where it averages 88.3 against GPT-5.5's 70.4. That's an 18-point gap, not close. The one area where GPT-5.5 holds an edge, GPT-5.5 holds a small lead on ARC-AGI-2, 85.0% versus approximately 84.7% for Sonnet 5. The only benchmark where GPT-5.5 holds an advantage, and it's within noise range. This is where the story becomes really clear. GPT-5.5 is the more expensive model on tokens at $5 input and $30 output per 1 million tokens, versus $2 input and $10 output per 1 million tokens for Claude Sonnet 5 at introductory pricing. That is roughly 3 times on output cost alone. If you're building any kind of AI-powered product or running high-volume API calls, that cost difference is enormous in practice. The same workload that costs $30 on GPT 5.5 output costs $10 on Sonnet 5 right now. That introductory pricing runs through August 31st, 2026. After that, it goes to $15 output, which is still half the GPT 5.5 price. No single model wins across the board in July 2026, and that's arguably the bigger story than any individual release. Grok 4 and Claude Opus 4.8 lead coding benchmarks. Gemini 3.1 Pro leads general reasoning. Claude, now via Sonnet 5, writes the most natural prose. GPT 5.5 remains the broadest general-purpose flagship without a standout specialty of its own. What this means practically, if you're using one AI for everything, you're leaving performance on the table. The professionals getting the best results in July 2026 are routing different tasks to different models, coding to Grok 4 or Opus 4.8, writing and instruction following to Sonnet 5, real-time research to Grok 4.3. GPT 5.6. SWE launched June 26, 2026, but only around 20 government-approved organizations can actually use it. It's not a consumer product yet. The one head-to-head coding benchmark that exists gives SWE an 8.4-point lead on Terminal Bench 2.1. But a model you cannot access does not help your sprint today. When GPT-5.6 opens broadly, this comparison changes. Until then, Sonnet 5 versus GPT-5.5 is the real-world matchup for anyone building or using AI right now. The takeaway from July 2026: the model race is closer than it's ever been, which is good for everyone. More competition means better models at lower prices, which is already happening. Sonnet 5 beating GPT-5.5 on benchmarks, while costing half the price, isn't an anomaly. It's the new competitive pressure forcing every lab to move faster. If you want me to do a deeper breakdown of any specific model in the July 2026 landscape, tell me in the comments. Subscribe for more real AI and tech breakdowns. See you in the next one.